happy you all are having an amazing day. And it's Tuesday, so here I am with another live. For those who are joining me for the very first time, my name is Shelly Reddy or Shelvani Reddy, whatever channel you're watching me on. So every week on a Tuesday night, I will be bringing you topics about business, finance, and lifestyle. So if you're watching me on Facebook, please like and share. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Your support will go a long way. Now, that out of the way, let's jump right onto the topic for tonight. So last week, we spoke about last 2 weeks. I've been talking about or sharing what women, how much women are saving, how women are saving less than men for retirement, and how majority of the women in the world or majority of the poor in the world are women. So that pretty much says that women tend to earn less, save less, and because they look after their children and other family members, they end up having more expenses. And again, last week we discussed how, as a community, how as an individual, we can support women in need. But this week, I wanted to come on and speak to all the women's one-to-one on how they can support themselves or plan for their golden years. And for women who are nearing retirement, what help is available if you're living in Australia. So here are 5 actions you as a woman or anyone out there, it doesn't only apply to women, it can apply to men as well. What 5 actions you can take to support or improve your finance in the future. So the very first one is, and this is my favorite because this helped me go a long way, and I started this a few years back. So track every expenses that you have, which is, like, even if it's like $1 that you spend, write it down for 3 weeks at least, because it'll give you an overview of all your expenses and where your money is going exactly. This is a great source for me because when I started my financial independence journey, it helped me out a lot. So what I was doing, I was spending like every day on my way to work, I would stop at McDonald's and I'd buy a coffee for myself. So which is like $25 a week. And in a year, you will be spending like $1,300 on coffee alone. And in 20 years, that's $26,000. That's a lot of money to be spending on coffee. And then I thought, like, I can buy better coffee or make better coffee at home. And then I started buying the sachets, which is, I'm loving it now. Like, I like it better than, like, all the cafe style coffees, which is, and it only cost me like 30 cents a cup. So things like that, every penny you save goes a long way. And with inflation, when you think about it in the future, the dollar that you save today won't take you far, will take you far in the future, because inflation, every penny you're saving will help you out in the future. The second thing is write down all your debts. So list them down from highest to the lowest debt, and put the percentage or the interest that you're paying on those debts, and try and knock off the ones with the highest interest rate. This will help you heap. So, like people normally say, try and knock off the smallest debt first. But I personally believe the highest percentage or highest interest rate should be knocked off first, because like the money that you will be saving will be exponential. So for example, me, I had a credit card and I had a personal loan as well. Because my credit card was 21%, I knocked it off last year and it felt so good. Like, I don't have a credit card anymore, and everything that I pay for cash. And that feeling when you have, you eliminate all your debts, and once you have paid off your debts, try not to go back to it. and people do say there are good debts and bad debts, but and you will be the judge yourself which ones are good and which ones are not. The third thing is open a savings account where you automatically put a percentage of your income every week. This is great. So with my employer, they allow me to have like four banks that I can, split my pay into. I only use three of them. So one is for my mortgage, one is for my personal expenses, and the third one is for my savings. So the savings amount just goes directly into that bank account, which I don't tend to look at often. And once I have saved enough, I tend to invest them on index funds. So, like the recommended, they say the recommended percentage is 10% to save 10% of your pay every week. But if you can't, to start off with, if you can't put to 10%, start with 1% and slowly increase the savings amount. And you will notice, like, once you see the money grow, it will motivate you to save more money. The fourth one is plan for retirement. So again, if you're living in Australia, it's to do additional contributions towards your superannuation has significant tax benefits, and you can contribute about $27,500, including what your employer contributes towards your super. So as you can see, like for a financial year, and as you can see, like 27,000 every year of your savings, will last a long time when you retire, and you will be able to retire comfortably. So um, that's something even if you don't start saving or putting money aside, the first thing I'd suggest to any woman out there, start investing or start putting more money towards your superannuation, because you won't even feel it, because it's pre-tax and it's called salary sacrificing, and it won't affect much of your take-home pay. So when I changed jobs, I started I started putting aside $100 of my pay towards the super, and I think the change to my take-home pay was only like $20, which I think most of us can live without. The fifth thing is increase your earnings. I can't stress this enough, and I've been doing so many lives, and I keep saying that we cannot these days we cannot survive on one income alone. So like me, I do. I have my full-time job. I'm doing my online digital business, and I'm also I also run a vending machine business, so which I will be selling soon, because my digital business is my major priority, and I'm looking towards retiring or quitting my job once the digital business replaces my full-time income. So, and there's not just online business, there's like so many opportunities these days, like there's so many options, especially with the pandemic. We realized that we don't actually have to go to work to earn money. We can do that remotely. So even if you like working full-time, if you're a full-time mom, or if you're looking a full-time carer and you're looking after other family members, you can still work or earn extra income with the hours that you do have available. For example, the online or digital business I am running, uh, with my full-time job, I'm also running my online business. So there's no excuse why we can these days why we can't earn extra income. Now, the sixth one is set goals. This is an extra one that I just chucked in. Set goals, because when you write down your goals of what you want your future to be like, it really motivates you. And I noticed this last year. So on the 1st of January, I wrote down 3 goals that I had, and 2 of them I accomplished, and the third one I was really close to my goal. So writing down your goals gives you that motivation to go that extra mile, and it gives you a clear insight of what you should be aiming for in future. So write down the goals on how you want to retire or what you want to retire on, which will help you in the future, and it'll motivate you to earn extra money or start saving more. So that was like my sixth one, just a golden nugget. I think everyone should do this. Set aside goals or write down goals that you think you will be achieving in the future. Now, for the women who are nearing retirement and they think, I haven't saved enough. If you're living in Australia, you may be entitled for government benefits. So, for example, the very first one is age pensioner. So, this will depend on your age, assets, and income. And the second one is concession cards. So with concession cards, you get cheaper utility, medical bills, and then you get discounted public transport as well. And for those who are really struggling, and this is not just for women who are retiring, or that's for anyone out there, if you're really struggling with your debt, call the National Debt Helpline, which is 1-800-007-007. That's if you're living in Australia. This helpline will assist you with food, housing, your medical bills, or even emotional support if you need it. And one website I'd encourage everyone to go is called moneysmart.gov.au, and I'll put that on my screen here. So go on this website because it really helps you out. Either you are looking at saving, if you have questions about your retirement, need help budgeting, or any finance related questions that you might have, go to this website and it will help you out. It has helped me immensely, because any questions that I have, or if I'm not sure of, I jump on this website, and it gives me all the answers. Or like I said, if you really are struggling and you need help with debt, log on to or call the National Debt Helpline, which is 1-800-007-007. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. For any women who's out there who need support, who want help starting their own business, because you don't want to be one of the stats where it says, you're one of the women who are retiring on lower savings than men, or who are one of the poorest in your community. As a woman, I think we should be taking responsibility and not relying on other people, or other members of the family, or other members of the community, or even relying on the government, because even though the help is available, I think you have to jump a lot of hoops to actually get there. So if you can secure your future, and it doesn't matter what age you are, people sometimes say, oh, you're so old and you're starting your business now. Look at KFC. When that started, he was 80. So age is just a number. If you decide today that you will secure your financial future, there's no stopping you. So all the women out there who think it's too late for me, it's never too late. And if you need support, I'm here. Just message me, and if I'm able to help in any way, I will do so. Or if you don't feel comfortable, there's communities out there that help women. Just ask for help, because as women sometimes we're just too proud to ask for help. So even though you're heroes of your lives, please sometimes accept help from others, because you should be able to accept help, because it doesn't mean that you're weak. It means you're strong enough to accept help from others. So once again, if you're watching me on Facebook, please like and share. If you're watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Until we meet next week. Thanks. Bye.